Hello traders, and thanks for tuning in to this week's market outlook video. We're giving a possible idea for a trade in this over the next few days. The narrative might drive that movement and what traders who were to take the position would need to be aware of. But before that, let's look back at the performance of last week's idea. Last week, the idea was a possible buy for Bitcoin around the comments from Jerome Powell. The Fed's press conference with a possible move up to $31,000 or $32,000 wasn't triggered at the time. That idea is possibly still active with that move up still might occurring by Bitcoin. Now for this week's idea, I'm Michael Stark, Content Manager. And here to give the idea is Andreas Mr. Clay's Trading.
You, Andreas,
Hello,
for being
Michael,
here.
and thanks for having me.
And
what's the idea for this week, Andreas? Position
What do you
that
think is
traders might
possible?
want to take? Well, I am thinking of a potential long position on Eurist pair, but not immediately. Rather, after some rebound around the 1.09 price area, with a potential target around 1.1 or even higher. The price has been trading in a strong movement for the last 2 weeks, pushing the stochastic oscillator in the extreme oversold levels. On the other hand, the 50-day has crossed above the 100-day simple moving average recently, indicating that the bullish momentum might be building up. The area of 1.09 not a random level, but rather a strong technical support area consisting of the lower band of the Bollinger Bands, the 100-day moving average, 78.6% of the daily supernatural retracement level. If this proves to be strong and we see the price reacting to the upside, we might be able to take advantage of the correction move. And what are some of the most important narratives that are driving that potential move up by you, Rudolph? This week we saw the flash figures from Europe about GDP and inflation, both declining at 0.6% and 5.30% respectively, without any positive effect on the euro against its pairs. Also, the dollar index is trading in an aggressive bullish rally in the short term. On the other hand, based on technical analysis, the index might be about to correct to the downside since it is trading at an area where the 50 and 100-day moving averages are crossing, as well as the upper band of Bollinger Bands and the 78.6% of the Fibonacci are acting currently as a resistance. If we see a correction on the dollar index, it is possible to expect a reaction on the fiber chart to the upside. Lastly, Andreas, can you summarize the most important aware of this week? So in terms of economic data for this week, we have the services PMI on Thursday the 3rd for the month of July, where market expectations are for the decline in the figure 2, reach 53 against the previous 53.9. This means services that the sector in the States is declining, even though they are still above the 50 level, indicating that the services sector is still expanding. Also, the most major publication is the American Job Report, where the unemployment is expected to remain stable at 3.6%, while non-farm payrolls are expected to decline to 200,000. Okay, thank you very much, Andreas. So in summary, the idea for a potential trade this week is for Eurist, not immediately after the price retraces to around 109. With a possible target around 111. Some of the important narratives driving that potential move up by USD are decreasing inflation in the Eurozone, as well as a possible retracement by the dollar index. The most important release this week is the U.S. job report on Friday, but we're also looking at service PMI from the USA. So thank you very much, Andreas, for being here, giving us the idea for the trade and the narratives this week. Thank you very much, and remember Michael, that this is just an idea for a trade. It's not a signal, and it's not a guarantee of a. Make sure that you always do your own research. Manage risk, and hopefully see the next idea next week.